Why Barclays blocking Binance payments is excellent news for Tron, BitTorrent, and the whole industry, and why Bybit crypto exchange imposing KYC rules, know your customer, is also great news for everybody. And me saying that might be a little controversial, but that's okay. I'm going to explain to you why that is and why it's for the greater good and why it doesn't hurt decentralization. So, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, I appreciate you very much. If you're new, kindly hit the bell, like button, comment down below, and subscribe. It helps support the channel, and I'm going to get right into it right now. Binance disappointed by Barclays' unilateral action to block customer payments. So, a Binance spokesperson reiterated to Cointelegraph that the Financial Conduct Authority's recent edict only applied to Binance Markets Limited, which is a separate legal entity from Main Global Exchange that operates through Binance. Barclays' decision to stop facilitating British customers' payments to Binance has been met with criticism by the cryptocurrency exchange after a spokesperson told Cointelegraph that the bank acted with an inaccurate understanding of the events, which is entirely possible. But you see, what happens with banks, I'm going to get into it with you, and what I'm going to say to you is going to make complete sense, and you're going to understand. I'm going to mesh it all together as I go through the articles here, why it is that this is a good thing for altcoins and specifically also BitTorrent and Tron TRX. Got a cough. We are disappointed that Barclays appears to have taken a unilateral action based on what appears to be an inaccurate understanding of events, that the spokesperson said, referring to a recent okay, so I did all this. Fine. The FCA notice relates to Binance Markets Limited, which is a company incorporated in the UK and regulated by the FCA. The spokesperson said, adding that Binance Market Limited is a separate legal entity that doesn't offer any products or services through the main Binance website. The FCA notice had no bearing on user deposits on the main Binance website, the spokesperson said, adding, we have always taken the security of our users' money very seriously. I think what they're saying here is you can buy and, sell, exchange your tokens. This is for the investment arm, the more intricate investments. So, the FCA notice had no bearing on user deposits on the main Binance website. I said that. So, Binance said it welcomes open dialogue with Barclays to discuss the matter further. We take our compliance obligations very seriously, and we are committed to working collaboratively with regulators to shape policies that protect consumers, encourage innovation, and move our industry forward. Now, Binance has been caught in the regulatory crossfire as of late, with several jurisdictions around the world taking stricter measures to limit the exchange's operations over the past 2 weeks. Financial regulators in Japan and the United Kingdom have warned users about Binance's regulatory status in their respective countries. Meanwhile, Binance announced it would no longer operate in the Canadian province of Ontario after regulators there implemented stricter regulations targeting cryptocurrency exchanges. And, one of them was also Poloniex. Justin Sun has an arm in there. So, what happens, and I'm going to get to why this is all a good thing in a minute. So, I just want to talk about this first. Bybit crypto exchange to impose know your customer rules. Know your customer. So, the world's 5th largest cryptocurrency derivatives exchange is implementing KYC rules to improve security compliance. Bybit, the world's 5th largest cryptocurrency derivatives exchange by trading volume, is planning to impose know your customer rules. The Singapore-based company posted several statements on introducing major KYC policies on its platform in order to improve security compliance for all traders. Think of it this way. Okay, you have your money invested in cryptocurrency bank A, I'm going to call it. I won't use specific names. Now, your money's in there and everything's going fine, and they're even paying you interest, they're paying you a return, you get seamless transactions, they have an app that works fantastically well, your trust level is very, very high, and thus you keep increasing your position, meaning you keep putting more and more of your money in this exchange for the exchange to hold it. Now, even though things are going miraculously well, what you don't know is they don't have a good system in place of know your customer, and they end up with too many shady characters frolicking around in their infrastructure. An investigation comes, or worse, before that happens, they get hacked. All the money is lost. You lose your money too, and this is because you were in an exchange that did not have a know their customer rule in place that was effective. So even though everything worked seamlessly and you did well there for a long time, you lost everything because that rule wasn't there. So look, I really believe that you can have a know your customer rule that works very well without having the anonymity and keeping the platform safe, and still have the proper level of privacy, decentralization, in the sense that, because it does in a way, once an entity is in charge of data and something, it's no longer truly decentralized. So I understand that because I can see the comments starting to come. So that's not what I mean. But what I'm saying is, so, when the government wanted to get their hands on some iPhones to get some information from some, I think it was a terrorist situation that had occurred, and they needed the information, so the government wanted the key, right? Well, as long as these exchanges do not give up the key, but they do self-police in this manner, and they know their customer, I think that that's okay, and it does not bastardize the spirit of having that certain amount of privacy within cryptocurrency, within blockchain. I wonder if I'm blocking my face with my hands. Anyways, within the cryptocurrency blockchain industry community. So I wanted to get that out there, and that's one of the reasons why you shouldn't get upset when you see things like this, because the media will try to make money with articles. They'll spin it the other way. They'll say, oh, there's no true decentralization, or decentralization is dead, or privacy is dead, or, these things are necessary. And why are things working? Why don't you need to worry about BitTorrent and Tron and even the industry and altcoins? When banks crack down, like Barclays or NatWest a couple weeks ago, when exchanges get more strict, it means the inflows are great. It means the industry is working. Anytime, the last biggest boom that was out there, really, that was for any type of, it was for entertainment purposes, it was online casinos. And in the beginning, after a period of time, the credit card companies, the banks cracked down, and they made it very difficult for these companies to transact. Then it became easier and more acceptable. Any industry that involves big money in the beginning that is successful, you will see these blips, which are temporary, and it's a sign, it's a bull flag. So whenever you see these crackdowns, it's a major bull flag on an industry, and it means things are going only one way. And if you can just be patient, if you can just hold the line, you have things that happen that hypothetically, and I have to say it because, again, not investment advice, it's nauseating how many times I say it. I understand, but I don't want any misunderstandings, so I have to say it. However, in my opinion, you have an opportunity, you and I and everyone have one of those once-in-a-lifetime opportunities with the cryptocurrency industry. So you want to be smart, you want to be patient, you want to stick with it, and you certainly want to take advantage of what's going on. And for sure, you want to be able to read the signs, because listen, the old saying, where there's smoke, there's fire? Well, that's true, but sometimes the smoke is for a barbecue. It's not an alarm for the kind of fire that you should run away from. It's the kind of fire, if you like barbecues and you like that sort of thing, that you should gravitate towards. So think of this type of regulation as the smoke that's not the fire that you want to run from. It's the barbecue that you truly want to hang out at, and it is what you want to see happening for yourself, for myself, for the industry. If you like that, comment down below, hit the bell if you didn't already, hit the like button, subscribe. You know, there's so much greatness coming to everybody in the industry. I just wish that people wouldn't shortchange themselves. Darn, that's loud. People wouldn't shortchange themselves by causing themselves to be alarmed. Don't act on emotion. Hang tight. That's it. Thanks for watching. Hope this finds you healthy, happy. I will see you as usual on the next video.